1967, Oliver Stone was a combat infantryman in Vietnam. He was wounded twice and received a medal for gallantry in action. 10 years later, he was a Hollywood screenwriter and the winner of an Oscar. But even after many successes, Stone still had another story to tell. A movie that grew out of his own experience. Stone has come a long way from Vietnam, but he has not left it behind. The first real casualty of war is innocence. The first real movie about the war in Vietnam is Platoon.
Brian De Palma began his feature film career in 1968. Over 21 years, he's become one of America's celebrated directors. The films Carrie, Blowout, Dressed to Kill, Scarface, and The Untouchables. Now he has directed Casualties of War, starring Michael J. Fox and Sean Penn. The searing drama tells the true story of 4 men who kidnapped a Vietnamese farm girl.
What? God, very good, guys.
I thought you were kidding last night, Sarge.
Well, I was serious as a heart attack, you know that.
Yeah, I know, that's what I mean. This is kidnapping, ain't it, Sarge?
Take the point. Go relieve Hatch on point.
Why?
You got the point.
What's great about this movie, I feel, is that it's a very dramatic, emotional story between 4 men and 1 girl. And it brings the whole tragedy of the war down to one intense, emotional conflict.
You think you're standing up to me? Ah!
I ain't doing it. No way.
Well, what's the matter? Don't you like girls? Is that your problem?
The intimate, dramatic conflict of Casualties of War is set against a sweeping backdrop. By playing Erickson, Michael J. Fox came to appreciate the logistical complexities facing director De Palma.
Don't see dailies, and it'd be like helicopters and like explosions in the background and thousands coming of refugees milling through with oxen. And I mean, it's a beautiful thing. And you go, holy cow. I mean, I'm just a part of this.
The war made heroes and it made villains. Everybody in this movie is sort of a casualty of the war. We should forgive ourselves about Vietnam. A lot of people died, a lot of people paid terrible prices, but hopefully we'll learn from these mistakes of the past. And at the end of the film, I want to try to give that idea that we should put this behind us now, learn the lessons, and go on with our lives.
You probably like the Army, don't you, Erickson? I hate the Army.
This ain't the Army. This ain't the Army, Sarge.
February on Sky Movies brings you the biggest stars, the greatest hits, and the best movie entertainment around. There's comedy as a group of would-be cops turn the law on its head when they take off for Florida. Police Academy 5, assignment, Miami Beach.
Hello, Municipal Airport. This is Lieutenant Proctor of the Metropolitan Police Academy. Captain Harris will be attending the National Police Chiefs Convention in Miami Beach and will require 2 first-class tickets aboard your most prestigious flight.
All lines are busy, please call.
This is great.
Shut up, Proctor.
Sure, they like you. Desist and leave the swimming area now, mister. What's that guy doing?
Move it. Move. Now, officer, you need to share those weapons with the other officers.
No, I need these.
What? I have to go to Little Box room.
No, this is a kidnapping. It's not a kindergarten.
C. Thomas Howell, on the other hand, thinks he's going to university, to Harvard Law School. But the only way he can get in is by pretending to be black. Soul Man.
Harvard Law School.
I got a black cat phone.
Congratulations.
You want to feel good about yourself, don't you, son?
Sure, Dad.
I got the sound that counts the root.
That's why I've decided to let you pay your own way.
Full tuition plus $8,000 annual stipend to the most qualified applicant from Los Angeles, California. The most qualified black applicant, you idiot. Hey, Gordo! Wait up. Do you really hate the Beach Boys now?
You must have learned a great deal more than you bargained for through this experience, Mr. Watson.
Woman told my mother.
In February, there's all-out action as a cop tracks down a killer. It's over to Carl Weathers of Predator and Rocky movies in the role of Action Jackson.
Why do they call you Action anyway?
He's a cop who carries no weapon.
This Jackson is so vicious, we don't even let him have a gun.
He's a maverick who answers to no one.
How do you like your ribs?
What do you want from me?
I want you to die. When it calls for action, he's the one to call.
If I was to hit you again, you'd probably slam my little body right through that wall.
I was thinking about it. Carl Weathers is Action Jackson.
In February, romance is in the air in a charming fantasy from the director of The Moderns, Alan Rudolph, starring Timothy Hutton and Kelly McGillis. Made in heaven.
They told me you were arriving today, so I came to pick you up.
You're dead.
So are you, kiddo. Welcome to heaven.
I don't want to be dead.
Heaven. And I like you, too.
Are you God?
I'm going, aren't I?
And send me back as a boy.
I can't do that.
Yes, you can, Emmett. You can do anything. I know you can. Am I supposed to know you or something?
We met in heaven. You look like hell, Elmo. Remember heaven? Think of where you want to be and you're there.
Now, is there a special lady in your life?
There is a girl in my life, but I haven't met her yet.
Those are just some of the top movies getting their very first screenings on British television. And you can see them all in our February lineup, right here on Sky Movies.
Sky Movies, Cinema Top 10, London. Mystery Train gets sidetracked this week. It's down one to number 10.
16 coaches long.
Memphis, Tennessee. All out for Memphis.
Train a ride. 16 coaches long. Well, that long black train.
Johnny, what are you doing? Shut up. Jesus!
Whoa, where am I?
You? What are you doing here?
Well, I don't really know myself.
Is it farewell to Robin Williams and his students? Dead Poets Society falls to number 9.
Welton Academy for Boys, a breeding ground for the future leaders of America. an institution dedicated to achievement, virtue, and conformity. A school whose rigid standards are upheld by every single teacher, except one.
Come on, Mr. Overstreet, you twerp. Mr. Anderson, are you a man or an amoeba? Language was developed for one endeavor, and that is...
To communicate.
No! To woo women. Mr. Keating?
Some people like to rock, some people like to roll, but moving and a grooving gonna satisfy my soul. Let's have a party.
Touchstone Pictures presents Robin Williams as John Keating, teacher.
Well, is this a dagger I see before me?
Philosopher.
I like Byron. I give him a 42, but I can't dance to it.
Orator.
Oh, Titus, bring your friend hither.
And founder of the Dead Poets Society.
A bunch of guys sitting around reading poetry.
No! Ding! Thanks for playing anyway.
What was the Dead Poets Society? The Dead Poets were dedicated to sucking the marrow out of life. Spirits soared, women swooned, and gods were created. Not a bad way to spend an evening, eh?
I hereby reconvene the Dead Poets Society.
To strive, to seek, to find.
Gotta do more, gotta be more. Dare to walk a new path. Dare to strike out and find new ground.
I'm hearing rumors, John, about some unorthodox teaching methods in your classroom.
Break out. I'm gonna do it!
John Keating. He began by teaching English. Now, he's changing lives.
I got the part! Tear out the entire introduction.
Who put you up to it? Was it this new man, this, Mr. Keating? Are we just playing around out here? Or do we mean what we say?
Tradition, honor, discipline, rip, shred to tear.
What is this Dead Poet Society? I want names.
This is a battle, a war. And the casualties could be your hearts and souls.
For the first time in my whole life, I know what I want to do. Medicine, law, business, engineering, these are noble pursuits. Poetry, romance, love, these are what we stay alive for.
That's beautiful.
Sit down, Mr. Anderson.
Pardon me, yes! Sit down! What the hell is going on here?
Seize the day.
Touchstone Pictures presents Robin Williams as John Keating. He was the inspiration that made their lives extraordinary. Dead Poets Society.
Stealing back in at number 8, it's yet another re-entry for The Cook, the thief, his wife, and her lover.
So, now you're not listening, I can tell you about Albert. I thought I could tell you eventually, but I'd have to get to know you a lot better because I'd be so ashamed.
Here's your chance to improve your table conversation. Tell Michael you live in a big house and you spend £400 a week on clothes.
I spend £400 a week on clothes.
You eat in the best restaurants.
I eat in the best restaurants.
Georgina, try a little harder, please.
It's important that I tell you now, so that I can have done with it. Oh, help me, Michael. Please.
It's Spend, Spend, Spend as Rosalie Goes Shopping enters the chart at number 7.
It's like flying. When it's sunrise in the rice fields, clouds go slipping by. The church house and the factory can't touch me in the sky. Well, it takes all of my energy, but it sure is a lot of fun. You never heard a sweeter sound than when my day is done. I'm flying back to Rosalie. I close my eyes and you're all I see. Rosalie, take me in your arms like flying. I'm flying back to Rosalie. I close my eyes and you're all I see. Rosalie, take me in your arms, it's like flying.
Shirley Valentine is on the decline, dropping one place to number 6.
We always have steak on Thursday.
I'm not eating shite.
Mother, you haven't put enough sugar in this cocoa. You go down and get us another spoon.
She's only been back 5 minutes and she's got me strutting round like R2 bleeping D2. Hiya, Wall. Well, what's wrong with that? There's a woman 3 doors down talks to a microwave. Talking to a microwave. Wall, what's the world coming to? I think sex is like supermarkets. Just a lot of pushing and shoving and you still come out with very little at the end. The only thing I ever wanted to do was travel. I'd like to drink a glass of wine, sitting by the sea, watching the sun go down. Not a feminist, not like Jane.
All men are potential rapists.
Even the Pope. Shirley Valentine got married to a boy called Joe. But somewhere along the way, the boy called Joe turned into him.
I always have my tea at 6 o'clock.
World exclusive. Joe eats late. We were at school together. Marjorie's an air hostess now.
I'm not an air hostess. I'm a hooker.
That's right, Melandra. I'm going to Greece for the sex. Sex for breakfast, sex for dinner, sex for tea, and sex for supper.
Sounds like a marvelous diet, love.
It's called the F plan.
I hardly recognise myself these days. I love it here. Don't I rock? I've got this little dream about sitting at a table by the edge of the sea.
I move table to edge of sea. I make your dream come true.
The only holiday romance I've had is with myself. And I think I've come to like myself, really. I've fallen in love with the idea of living.
Shirley, who are you talking to?
No, Costas. Just a wall.
My God.
I'm Shirley the Brave. Shirley the Marvellous. Shirley Valentine.
At the halfway mark, it's Back to the Future, Part 2, wobbling down from number 3.
You've got to come back with me. Where? Back to the future.
Are we back?
We're back.
What do you mean we're in the future?
October 21st, 2015.
Marty, we're going to be able to see our wedding.
Wow, the future. I gotta check this out, Doc.
Look what happens to your son.
Oh, he's a complete wimp.
Don't talk to anyone.
You've been looking. Hey, look!
Don't touch anything.
I need to borrow your hoverboard.
And try not to look at anything. I didn't invent the time machine to win at gambling.
I can't lose.
I invented a time machine to travel through time.
Hey, Doc, I'm all for that. What's wrong with making a few bucks on the side?
No. The time continuum has been disrupted, creating an alternate 1985.
There have been a few changes.
It's like we're in hell or something.
No, it's Hill Valley, although I can't imagine hell being much worse.
But they'll all be back.
Eat less, slackers!
Biff?
Hello? Hello, anybody home?
Well, it can't be you. You're so big.
Michael J. Fox. Christopher Lloyd. Michael J. Fox.
Well, like a couple of teenagers, you know?
And Michael J. Fox.
Mom, is that you?
Steven Spielberg presents a Robert Zemeckis film, Back to the Future.
Gotta get back in time.
Part 2.
Last Exit to Brooklyn has taken a wrong turning, skidding down 2 places to number 4.
There's only one thing we can do.
It's a new entry at number 3 for Tom Hanks and his pooch as Turner and Hooch.
Well, you see, I'm starting to like you, and if we go on a walk, I'm just going to like you even more. And then one day we might even end up in love, and everything will go along fine for a while, but then one day, bang, you're going to pull your hair out, and you're going to scream, and you're going to say you never want to see me again because I drive you crazy, and I'm left-shattered. Now, who needs that? Good night. Oh, God, a woman in my house.
So you'll be staying another night?
Oh, yes, of course!
Wait, whoa!
No! You don't know much about dogs, do you?
This is not my dog.
What are you doing to this dog?
Oh, I'll just take him for a walk.
Well, this dog loves you, boy.
Don't eat the car! Not the car! You're not touching the water, the orange juice, crabapple. What am I supposed to do? Make you a margarita? 97.51. What? Is that pesos? This is for a dog.
He'll take care of your house. You're lucky to have him.
Oh, no, no! What have you done? Oh, that's it! I'm getting my gun! I don't have room for a dog like her.
Not many people do.
Oh! No! You're in my house!
You know, we've known each other for a while now. I think it's safe for me to say, but are you aware of your drooling problem?
Kids, kids, and more kids. It's the highest new entry of the week for Parenthood, in at number 2.
There's still one last frontier. One place where an ordinary man can be a hero.
Howdy, partner.
Great!
A job that takes skill, patience, and guts.
Your lower intestines.
A job full of wonderful surprises.
You feel like you want to throw up?
Okay.
Parenthood.
Well, why are you just standing there?
Waiting for our head to spin around.
From generation to generation,
When I was born, overseas in this president.
it's a voyage of discovery.
I assume that you're watching these because you're curious about sex, you know, or filmmaking.
What do we say when we see a cute 8-year-old girl walk by?
A quest for knowledge.
If you want to have just an ordinary academic career, that's your prerogative.
He likes to butt things with his head.
How proud you must be.
It can drive you crazy.
I love it when you talk to me about school and meetings. Now talk to me about shopping.
It can drive you wild.
Please, Mrs. Buckman, I love her.
Let her go, damn it!
You can't run out on me. You're my wife.
You're his what?
We got married a couple of days ago.
Are you out of your mind?
But it's the greatest adventure of them all.
How many little girls does Daddy have?
One.
But one like you is all he needs.
Good night, Daddy.
Good night, Bob. Bob? Is it Bob? Steve Martin.
Hey, what do you say later I wear this outfit?
Tom Hulse.
Grandma, you got short.
I'm shrinking.
Bummer.
Rick Moranis. Martha Plimpton. Keanu Reeves.
Where's my wife?
She's still at school. She's got cheerleading practice.
Bitch.
Jason Robart. Mary Steenburgen. And Diane Wiest. In a Ron Howard film, Parenthood.
What else, the buckaroo?
It could happen to you.
They're still queuing round the block for When Harry Met Sally. Once again, the #1 film in London.
Men and women can't be friends because no man can be friends with a woman that he finds attractive. He always wants to have sex with her.
So you're saying that a man can be friends with a woman he finds unattractive?
No, you pretty much want to nail him, too. Grape?
No, I don't like to eat between meals.
I'll roll down the window. Yeah, like the other night. I made love to this woman, and it was so incredible. I took her to a place that wasn't human. She actually meowed.
You made a woman meow?
Are you comfortable?
Sure. I need to talk.
What happened?
What's the matter?
Harry came over last
I went
night.
over to Sally's last night.
Because I was upset that Joe was getting
And
married.
one thing led to another.
And before I knew it, we were kissing,
To make a
and
long
then
story short,
we did it. They did it.
It's challenging,
I'm difficult. I'm too structured. I'm completely closed off.
but in a good way.
And I'm gonna be 40.
When?
Someday.
In 8 years.
It's not the same for men. Charlie Chaplin had babies when he was 73.
Yeah, but he was too old to pick them up.
She's been stood up, eyed up, sized up, blown up, shown up, shot up, punched up, caught up, and shut up.
Nobody leave this place without singing the blues.
But it's all in a night's work.
Any problems?
Adventures in Babysitting, Wednesday at 8 on Sky Movies.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids holds the answer to every child's prayer. A giant 30-foot chocolate cream-filled cookie. Just think, one bite and you can have cavities the size of Buicks. Let's go meet the man who was the master chef of this amazing tower of sweetness.
So what we've done here is one side of the cookie smaller than the other so that it seems to be going away further than it really is. And then the script calls for kids to go up in here and take some of the cream filling out and eat it. And about that time, they're interrupted by ants.
I had an aunt like that in Cleveland. Seriously, when it comes to turning fantasy into reality, there's no studio like Illusion Art, where the miniatures come alive. Here we have smaller versions of our giant cookie and ant, as they are precisely shot frame by frame. A 5-second sequence can take hours to actually get on film. As the miniatures are being shot, the giant ant is developing his own personality.
The ant's being run mostly by cable. Other than that, we have the mouthpiece right over here, which is remote control. The eyes themselves move by remote control, and the legs work with puppets as marionettes. So it takes somewhere between 7 to 12 people to make the ant run. But whatever arm movements are done by the operator can be repeated by the ant. This part moves just basic antenna movements. And I can basically do anything.
Roll sound, roll cameras.
It's all part of the illusion to make everything look real.
Nick, over there, over there. Come on, get behind him.
Nicky, come back here, Nicky! The others are coming any second. Help! Nicky! Go, Nick! Nicky, no! Get off of here! Log in! You're allergic to ants! Get away! Nicky, stop! Get away! Hey, let's keep the hand! Run! Go for it! Hey! Hello! Ant! Here. Nice ant. Come on, you guys. You guys, come on. Somebody take this cookie. Nicky, take this thing! Help! Nicky! Come on, you guys, this is your ant!
Let's ride!
The Three Amigos. They were the biggest stars of their day.
The Three Amigos are history.
But that was yesterday.
Look, boys, I know show business. Something always turns up. Telegram for the Three Amigos.
Come with me where moonbeams paint the sky.
Who are you?
The Three Amigos! Arriba!
I like this guy. They are funny guys. Just kill one of them. Steve Martin. Chevy Chase.
Do you have anything besides Mexican food?
Martin Short. The Three Amigos.
Throw down your gun! Not you, Dusty! Sorry! Hey!
You're so brave.
Whoa, Horsey!
Three Amigos.
I'll come back one day.
Why?
On Sky Movies now, it's time for Shift Theatre. And this morning there's comedy as we hand over to Chevy Chase. This is a story of unrequited love, mind-boggling powers, and modern problems.
The following movie has been classified 15, suitable only for persons 15 years and over.